indeed, y'all. Yes, indeed. Welcome to UDR Productions. Please like, subscribe, and share. It doesn't cost you nothing to subscribe, so we can keep bringing you guys all this good content from prayer to streets. UDR Productions. Let's go and let's get it.
Once again, this is the first time, folks, and we're gonna do a special edition here. I don't want to say part 3 because it's gonna sound like it's getting redundant, but we're gonna do a special edition here of being Puerto Rican Creative Holds MVP, most valuable poet, power, and radical black Puerto Rican man of God for the Bronx, life starter, currently residing in Bridgeport, CT. Once again, we want to give a shout out to Roland that we spoke earlier today. Y'all know who this is, but I'm gonna let him speak on it as far as introduce himself. So please introduce yourself one more time.
You already know Jersey in the building, man.
So we got NY, we got Jersey in the house, we got Bridgeport in the house. So the tri-state area, we run things. We're running things. But I want to get to the special edition conversation as far as what you and I was talking earlier today, and then we could just chime in on that. Yeah. You was mentioning something very interesting. I want to actually talk to you more about. Was a documentary of something that you guys, in terms of yourself, young people, the organization's done like a lot of creative, innovative ideas to bring this to the forefront. So talk about this documentary. What was the whole point of it? What was the whole drive behind that? And let's kick it from there.
So even before I talk about the documentary, right? There's pieces to this. Anything in life is pieces. Like for myself, it was pieces for me to be where I'm at. One of the pieces is obviously my wife, Linda, my children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Kingsley, Charlie, Steve Nelson, and this kid I grew up with named Kool-Aid. Wow. And Kool-Aid introduced me to a young lady by the name of Linda.
Okay.
And she interviewed me about some things about me being in prison and things of that nature, and the education system and the pipeline and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So we've been filming about almost a year and a half, 2 years, I believe it is now, because of the pandemic and things of that nature.
Right. It's like some delays because of obviously what's happening right now. Yeah.
And the crazy thing is that I'm very nonchalant about I love it that I'm in this documentary. I'm one of the characters in it. I'm one of the characters.
Okay.
And I just think it's a great thing for not just me myself, but the people around me. You know what I mean? Because I can't get up if I can't pull nobody up with me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get up to pull people up with me. Right. So the people that pull me up, now it's my turn to pull people up.
Right.
So Kool-Aid introduced me to this lady, and we've been doing this for a minute now. Her name is Linda, and I think it's very dope. And again, I tell you about the documentary. They came to my house. Matter of fact, we was here. She filmed me here a couple weeks ago after I had a football game, and it's almost finished. We're wrapping it up now. Next week, Friday, I did a kickball tournament.
Right.
And I donated the money to Hang Time.
Yeah.
The guy that started Hang Time was Charlie Grady.
Yeah.
So I donated the money to them because he's a big part of me coming out, getting my life together.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's just history. It's where I'm at right now.
That's dope. That's dope, man. No, first of all, commend you for that because that's dope. Because you know what I'm saying? It's great to see brothers that overcame something in their life and to really given an opportunity to elevate to a stratosphere as far as just not being defined by what you was, but who you are now. Jeerz and I, we have numerous conversations about perseverance. The struggles about let's say for example someone getting locked up and then being pathologized of their past but not knowing who they are now.
Yeah,
so Jeerz, I believe that. I've always said that.
You can't hold people.
I've always said that.
I look at it more so I don't judge nobody. period. Like, we all got a past, regardless of how you look at it.
Everybody.
I mean, good, bad, ugly, and different. We all got a past. But at the end of the day, it's what that person learns from what they made mistakes from. I mean, you learn from your mistakes and you turn it into something positive. I never look at you based on what you did, because now you teaching me something. You let me know that, you know, like you said earlier, perseverance. I mean, and like I always say, one of my mottos is struggle equals strength.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I would say this. Go ahead, bro.
You know, I was gonna say, like, you know, God only paves the way for those that is meant for it. Like, you know what I mean? He knows that certain people will handle certain obstacles and tasks, and that's what you go through, is your trials and tribulations. I mean, this is your story, this is your journey, and he gave it to you. And I mean, it's you, not just you, Roland, or just not you, him, not just me, not just dog, just anybody in general. Like, he gives you, I mean, enough courage and strength so he knows you're going to overcome whatever you're going through.
Absolutely.
I mean,
and I want to echo of that part, because I believe that God puts things in your life for a reason, and he's not going to put you in a position where he's going to fail you, that's for sure, right? But what bugs me out is that everybody, from the oldest age to infants, everybody got a pass. Everybody has done wrong, but what people trying to do is trying to compare and contrast. Well, my wrong is less than yours. Let me tell you something. A sin is a sin.
Yeah, wrong is
a wrong is a wrong.
Matter.
A sin is a sin, no matter how.
That's how you bounce back from.
Right. And not only that, but acknowledging what you did and bouncing back to raise up and rise up. Because like I said before, the excuse is over. And I know you was mentioning before about, you know, perseverance. So let's continue to expand on that, because it just seems like to me like people are still trying to like find a reason for them not to give you the opportunity to go further. So talk about like,
like I said, I've been in and out of prison for over 20 years, in and out of prison.
Right.
And it seemed like no matter where I turned, and maybe I was ignorant at the time or whatever the case. And let's go back to the documentary to a point.
Yeah.
So one day I'm driving up Park Ave, right here. I'm driving up Park Ave, and I had lost some money in a game, and I was messed up. And I said, God, help me. I see Steve Nelson. I said, yo, Steve Nelson, I need some help. I want to talk to the kids or whatever the case may be. He said, all right. He bring me to school. I talk, and when I talk, the people love my story. And when they see my story,
they can relate to it, because they got someone that probably been there.
They said, yo, listen, I got a job for you. Why don't you do this? I'm still hustling now. And they want you to do that. I said, I'm not into that. I said, why don't you do this? Come to the school and talk at Dunbar. I went to Dunbar, I spoke. Went to Hardin Central, I spoke. Then I meet Charlie. Then I meet Kingsley. Now I already knew Kool-Aid and we was kids and stuff like that.
Right.
And then we just started putting our heads together. Well, not we. They started putting their heads together for me. And when you see that much black men
supporting another one,
supporting a young man that they don't truly know. Well, Steve Nelson know, because he was a police in Hardin.
Okay.
A police cop, in Hardin. Yeah. So he knew who I was or whatever the case may be. But you got these guys wanting me to do better. And I never had no men in my life say, yo, I want Roland to do well. You know what I mean? People always grabbed at me. And when I seen that men were trying to help me and lift me up, black men, that's when that position came and I was on some. That's when it came. And I was like, you know what?
That was your blessing.
That's when I said, you know what? Let me get out. Let me leave these drugs alone. Let me do right. Then I started working. And I wasn't getting paid much, but I'm like, yeah, I'm working. I'm paying for stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You know this. You got the opportunity. I mean, they seen someone that can bridge that gap and connect with the youth, and someone that can relate to the youth and let them know that you don't have to keep on doing this, regardless of what it is, in a negative fashion. I get it. I mean, everybody. I mean, most urban communities, we all sold drugs. We all in and out of jail. We all do that. I mean, it's just what you learn from it. Do you want to keep on living that way? Like for me, I've been shot, been stabbed, in and out of jail. And that was me just growing up in Jersey. And it was just like, what do I got? What else I got? Only place I'm end up is 6 feet under. I done seen everything else. Do I really want to be 6 feet under? Then I gotta look back and say, I got a newborn baby. Like, I want to see my child. It's not about me no more. I got a responsibility.
Your life evolves.
I mean, the last thing I need to see is for my child to look at me through a glass. I don't want no one ever look at me through a glass.
Yeah.
Right.
Even when I was locked up, I told my mother straight up, I didn't want no one visiting me. I didn't write nobody. Only thing I sit there and make a phone call. You got the bail money? Or no, I got sick? Well, let me sit till the next court date. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And your life evolves around when you have a child, because now it's not about you.
Yeah.
Your mindset gotta be selfless, right? Now, let me say this. No one in life goes in advance or goes further without help. Nobody. You cannot sit there and tell me, oh, I don't because you're lying. Everybody in life has help along the way. Not that you feel weak, but you're just trying to figure out a way out. And like I said, and I know Roland, you and I was talking about mentorship. I know Jeerz, you and I spoke about that previously. I'm big when it comes to mentorship. It's about discipleship. It's about bringing out the best and investing. Because look, I said, you didn't know what was going on in your life, but you had people say, wait, this guy got something that's got potential. Let's figure out. Let's find out. Let's find a way out. Jeerz, you had people along the way to say, wait a minute, this guy's not what he think he is, but he's great at cooking. Let me figure out. Let's invest.
That's something that we spoke about in the past too. It's like, kids want to be good. They act out because they're looking for attention.
Yeah.
Know what I mean, it's just up to us to sit there and recognize, like, yo, you got potential. What are you good at? Let's work on that.
Yeah.
And that's what most kids want. Even if you have two parents in the household, a kid might be crying out for help because both parents are busting their ass to make sure you got a roof over your head and keep the lights on. Because as a child, you don't understand what it is like to be an adult. You just look at it like, that's mommy, that's daddy, I want to play. But it's like, I gotta handle it.
You gotta handle your business,
And as you get older, you start to see and realize, you're like, damn. But at the same time, as you growing up, you got other people that, now you tend to vent to your friends. You out in school and you seeing different things. I want that. It's peer pressure.
Yeah.
And now that, turns into something else. And now you out being curious George out in the streets doing something you don't need to be doing.
Right. And I think this is why it's so important for that mentorship aspect from a parent to a child. While a child's in school, that teacher, that guidance counselor, that principal, after school, like that after school counselor, that coach. Everyone has a role to play.
Yeah, everyone. Not only that though, everyone also influences your child when you're not around. So you gotta make sure you put your child in the best possible position and
doing your homework and doing your homework.
That my child is receiving the proper mentorship or advice from whoever they around.
So you say that right about a child, right?
Yeah.
So my wife, my best half, my better half, right? Me going in and out of jail, she driving 8 hours. 8 hours one way to go see me up there near Lake Placid and stuff like that. You know what I mean? She's gonna see me 8 hours. It snows every day up there. Come back 8 hours. She sit in the visiting room 8 hours. Then leave another 8 hours home. She was doing this. I went to jail again. She coming to see me again. When I tell you, man, she seen me change, and she gave me a son. She said, I don't want no more kids from you because I don't know your mentality. Your mentality is crazy. So what happened was, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna give you a son. She didn't say it like, yo, this is what we're gonna do tonight. But you know what I'm saying? And she was like, yo, she gave me a child. And when I had a son, I said, I can't do this no more.
Now you gotta teach him how to be a man. Now you gotta teach him how to be a man.
Because the whole purpose of your children, you don't want your children to follow your footsteps. You always want better for them.
And I don't want somebody else raising mine. Though.
Yeah, not only that, because you don't know what that person's intentions is. Their intentions can just be with the moms and just kick the kid off to the curb. Or even if they is, they still main focus might be like, that ain't my kid, I ain't worried about him.
Can I say this also? Is that I'm glad that you're there, that you have a son, because it's your job to teach him how to be a man. Because I've said this before, Jeerz, you attest to this, that this is a fatherless generation. I have been a father to fatherless kids because kids walk on and say, I don't have a dad. So the fact that you are realizing this and saying, man, I got a son, my life now evolves around him because now he's going to watch me as far as how I conduct myself. Because now I'm being watched. He's the watcher. He's going to watch your movements. So if he sees you acting like a fool, he's going to emulate you. You can't be like, oh, don't act up. You're acting like a fool.
Exactly. So we went to, right before here, we went to Home Depot to get a Christmas tree. Everything I picked up, he picked up. Everything how I walk, he walked.
Right.
So he emulates everything I do.
Exactly.
I don't get it twisted because I got two daughters as well, Tiaje and Tatiana. And I wasn't there for them. But whatever I instilled in them and their mothers, they're great girls, great women, young ladies, and I appreciate them a lot. This is my daughter Tatiana told a lot.
Right.
But I know I definitely have to be here for my son Noah. And it's just crazy because I don't want someone else truly raising my son, man. And that'd be the worst because you don't know what that person was gonna instill in
You don't know what their intentions. You don't know what their intentions are. I mean, regardless, they may not have the best interests. I mean, they may mean well, but you know that's your child. That's your responsibility. And you know for a fact, I will give up my life for my child.
Right.
I tell my daughters all the time, there's no guy can tell you he loves you more than me. Because I don't want nothing from you.
Yeah.
No man can tell you I love you more than me because I don't want anything from you. Right. Mine's unconditional. My daughter, my son too. Like, I love you. Like, I don't want nothing from you. Right. Like, you know what I mean? You got to protect yourself and learn.
And not only that, your kids are an extension of you. that's an extension of you. That's a piece of you now here on this earth that's going to carry on your legacy. They're going to carry your teachings and whatever you taught them, and upbringing, basically, morals, values, beliefs. That's what they're here for. You're going to be credited with that.
And the DNA has to be the core of the family foundation that has been set upon from the beginning. Because what you're teaching them, what you're instilling them, they're going to learn that fast. And if what you're telling them is not right and they commit the act, you can't blame them but yourself. So what's important is love first and foremost, and education. Teach, highlight, study, figure things out, continue to build. Let your kid ask you questions, because a lot of times you say something, what they first going to say? Why? Tell them why.
Yeah.
Let them could you say so, because you got to maintain that barrier, and not barrier, boundaries, that's to say. But in terms of when they say why, show them why, explain why, because they want to know. So that way, like when they're out there going through an experience, they're not being set up for failure.
Yeah, they know how to respond and react to it.
Right. So, again.
And I think a lot of times and I always blame myself, because if I can't blame myself, what I look like blaming somebody else. I think a lot of times we as parents put something in our children to set them up to fail. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I live in a project, but I don't got no food in the house, and my son or daughter got the brand new Jordans on.
Yeah, you teaching them the wrong, values. Like I said, values.
I'm setting I'm setting my child up right now.
Yeah, you telling them that materialistics come before your stomach.
Right.
You need
your lights.
Yeah, your light. What's on your light? Why are you sitting there spending? You dropping 400, or even like we said before, you sit there and drop $1,000, $1,200 on a new iPhone that just came out, and then what? A week later, the shit cracked.
Right.
But now you trying to figure out how to pay money for your rent. For what? I'm not doing that.
Yeah, look at Christmas. Christmas is the biggest.
I put it like this. If I ain't got the latest, what makes you think you're gonna get the latest? But again, it comes down to priorities.
It's a necessity.
What is the priority behind what you're trying to do?
It's needs over wants. We all I want to make sure that you never have to work ever in your life, but that shit ain't gonna happen. You're gonna have to work. That's just reality.
There's a need as far as there's a need as far as something for what you want to have. You gotta earn it.
Yeah. You definitely gotta do that.
Like if you need a phone, you need a phone because if anything happens, it's communication. But the type of phone, that's the one.
Shit, man, at least that. My parents told me straight up, I'm not putting you on my plan. You on the phone, get a job. I was like, damn, that's how we doing it? All right. I'm gonna go sit there and get money how I know, and I'm gonna get me a phone.
Remember we had the big old phones?
Oh,
and the beepers.
Yeah, in the two ways.
You know what I'm saying? So like the big old phones.
I was around with that. Just, I ain't that young.
So yeah.
But I think the most important part, time will go by so fast. We're about to close this out. But I'll say this is that you guys are saying it, and I want to echo it by saying this is that God has put you on earth for a reason, and there's a purpose that He has for you. And the most important thing is to figure it out what the purpose is, and to unite and work together. Because when you work together, now something before I say it again, this is how mountains move, and we gotta move mountains. Because right now, people being stuck and not doing something about that is unacceptable. But if you learn something, and again, we're not here to teach y'all this is what you're gonna do because I said what he said, or what we're conveying. We're just sharing ideas about what's going on and just figuring out different ways to address matters. So, with that being said,
I was gonna say, hold on, let me say something also too. Also, don't be afraid to ask somebody for anything. Ask anybody for advice. You never know. It's the simplest thing, what you do for a profession? Oh, this is what I do for a living. Oh, what made you get into that?
Right.
It's not wrong with having a civilized conversation about, being you're intrigued and you want to know more. You're a lawyer. Okay, what made you get into law? What motivated you to stay in school? Because law ain't something easy. What motivated you to stay focused to be a doctor?
Right.
Was it just the pay, or was it something that your parents pushed you to do because they know that you will be set up for success? Sure. So what was your reasoning? There's nothing wrong with just having a conversation with somebody, regardless. Or even just stopping to ask somebody yo, what's good? How's everything going? Because like we always say before, you never know what's going on in nobody's life, day to day. You don't know anything. Just a simple hey, what's good? How you doing? Everything good with you? Yo, you at work? Good job. Because you don't know what somebody's going through at home. They be going through do some shit. You know what I mean? You don't know. So it's just like, yo, good job today, yo. Good shit. Keep up the good work. Because at home, they could just be hearing nothing. They could be just getting degraded and berated all non-stop.
Right.
You know, they're surrounded by nothing but negative energy.
Right.
And you giving them, I mean, a simple positive, you know, compliment, changes their whole perspective, knowing that there's hope, there's opportunity for me to be around people that are positive.
And I said this before and I'll say this again. If you want to understand somebody, walk around somebody's shoe, because they're fighting battles you don't know about unless they convey and speak about that. So with that being said, like I said, guys, subscribe to UDR Productions Go Love Team. Support your boy MVP Most Valuable Report. Support being politically correct. Folks, God bless you guys. We're going to go ahead and get to next time. Peace and blessings. We're going to go ahead and get to next time.
Yeah, I know. Peace and blessings, brother. Prosperity, man. Stay up.
Oh, I little merengue. Okay.
Yeah, I know. They
Hang
turn.
time.
God. Burn some calories.
My brother's keeper. All that good stuff. Yeah,
Yes,
if I forgot you, man, don't blame my heart, blame my mind.
Yeah. You had a good time? It's dope. This is what we do.
This was your first time jumping on?
This is the first time.
Yes, indeed, y'all. Yes, indeed. Welcome to UDR Productions. Please like, subscribe, and share. It doesn't cost you nothing to subscribe, so we can keep bringing you guys all this good content from prayer to streets. UDR Productions. Let's go and let's get it.